Hello students, welcome back to your physics class. This is your physics teacher. I hope you all are good. In the previous video you have learned about conductors and insulators, and we are on the applications of conductors and insulators. We have done the 3 applications. Now the fourth one is that we wear woolen clothes and we use quilts in winter. So why we use woolen clothes and quilts in winter? The reason is that the quilts are made up of cotton, and we know that there are tiny pores or tiny holes that are present in cotton which trap air in between them, means the tiny pores has air trapped in them. So as we know, both the cotton and air are bad conductors of heat, so they will provide a good insulation. Insulation means they will protect us from the loss of heat from our body, and that will keep us warm from cold. Means कि जो heat हमारी body के अंदर present है, वो जो heat है वो transfer नहीं होगी when we take quilts which are made up of cotton, as cotton and air both are bad conductors of heat. So it will help us keeping warm from the cold. Similarly, woolen clothes also have fine pores or small pores filled with air, and so the wool and air are both bad conductors of heat. So we wear woolen clothes in winter such that heat from our body does not escape into the surroundings. So this is the fourth application of the conductors and insulators. This is about woolen clothes and quilts. Next is that an ice box is used to prevent the melting of ice for a long time, or we can keep the ice for long time without melting in the ice box. So how it prevents from melting the ice? Because the ice box is a double walled box. It is a double walled box like this, and in between the double walls, or in between the space between the two walls, air is trapped in between the walls. This air is again a bad conductor of heat, so it will provide insulation so that heat from the outside is not transferred to ice inside the box. Therefore, ice doesn't melt for a long time. So in this way, ice box will prevent the melting of ice for a long time. Next is building materials such as asbestos. Asbestos is a fireproof or heat resistance material. जो fireproof मटेरियल हम यूज करते हैं बिल्डिंग्स में, या फिर जिसको हीट रेजिस्टेंस मटेरियल बोलते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज एस्बेस्टोस. तो जितने भी बिल्डिंग मटेरियल है लाइक एस्बेस्टोस है, चाहे इफ इट इज ब्रिक एंड मड, दीज ऑल आर द बैड कंडक्टर्स ऑफ हीट एंड दे डू नॉट अलाउ heat to pass through. So that's why they will keep houses warm in winter and cool in summer, because in winter the heat will not cross through the house to the surroundings, and in summers the heat will not come from the surroundings to the house. So in this way it will keep the temperature as it is in winters as well as in summers. Next is that Eskimos build igloos which have double walls made of snow. So firstly, who are Eskimos? Eskimos are the people who live in the northern regions, northern colder regions. जो नॉर्दर्न रीजन्स है वो बहुत ही कोल्ड रीजन्स होते हैं, जहाँ पर बहुत ठंड होती है. तो वहाँ के जो लोग होते हैं उनको हम बोलते हैं एस्कीमोस, एंड दे बिल्ड देयर हाउस दैट आर नोन एज इग्लूस विच आर मेड अप ऑफ हुज वॉल्स आर made up of snow, and that walls are double walls. Enough amount of air is trapped between the two walls. The igloos are of this form. Igloos are of this form like this, and in between the walls you can search for igloos. In between these walls there is an air trapped between the walls, so it doesn't allow heat to escape from the igloo or from the house or we can say from the inside to the cold surroundings outside. So in this way it will be a better option for the Eskimos for keeping the temperature of the inside constant. So these are the applications of conductors and insulators. Next is an activity that is based on the capability of transferring heat. Means ki if we want to classify materials based on the capability of transferring heat, then we can do this activity. So what we have to do for this? For this we need some articles or some things which are made up of different materials, and we make sure that that materials or articles do not dissolve in water, because we have to keep them in hot water, because we have to check their transferring capability. So firstly, the hot water container is taken, and one end of the materials or the articles is put inside the hot water. Then after 5 minutes we will touch the other end of the objects, and we will see that the different materials will become hot to the different extents. Is it clear? So in this way we will classify the articles into good conductors and bad conductors of heat. मीन्स कि जो आर्टिकल सबसे ज़्यादा गर्म होगा वो गुड कंडक्टर होगा, और जो आर्टिकल या जो भी मटेरियल सबसे कम गर्म होगा विद इन 5 मिनट्स, जिसका एक एंड सबसे कम गर्म होगा, उसका हम बोलेंगे बैड कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन क्लासिफाई द मटेरियल्स ऑन द कैपेबिलिटी ऑफ ट्रांसफरिंग हीट. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज another method of heat transfer. This is the second method of heat transfer, known as convection. So what is convection? Convection is the process of transfer of heat in liquids and gases where the actual movement of particles of matters occurs. We have learnt about the transfer of heat method in solids, that is conduction. Solids में जो heat transfer का method है, that is conduction. But in liquids and gases the method of heat transfer is known as convection, in which there is an actual movement of the particles of matters occurs. So we will learn in detail. So firstly, heat transfer through convection is possible only in liquids and gases, not in solids. Why not in solids? Because the particles of solids or the molecules of solids are closely packed and they are not able to move in any order to transfer the heat. But in liquids and gases the molecules are very free to move. So whenever any type of energy like heat energy is provided to the molecules of liquids and gases, they will move here and there and causing the expansion of the molecules of the liquids and gases. So in this way the heat energy will be transferred from the molecules, from the lower molecules to the upper molecules, and the object will become heat. But there is one exception, that mercury. Mercury, we know that it is a metal which is liquid at room temperature, and in mercury heat transfer takes place through conduction. So this is one exception. Now we will see that how heat transfer occurs in liquids and gases through convection. So we will demonstrate convection in liquids through this experiment. So for this experiment or this activity we need a round bottom flask. इसको हम बोलते हैं flask. It is a round bottom flask. We need a food dye. Food dye means कि ये एक तरह का color ही है. This is a type of color. We need a pipette or dropper, and then we need a burner. Burner means at which fire blows, and we need a wire gauge. Wire gauge is that on which we place this. This is the stand on which we place the round bottom flask and a cold water. So firstly what we will do, we will fill this round bottom flask with cold water, and then we will on the burner, and after that we will take a little food dye into the pipette, or we can take the dropper. सो वेरी केयरफुली एंड स्लोली वी विल लोअर डाउन, मीन्स कि वो जो ड्रॉपर है हम उसको नीचे की तरफ लेके जाएंगे एंड वी विल पुट द फोर डाई एट द बेस ऑफ द फ्लास्क और एट द बॉटम ऑफ द फ्लास्क। यहाँ पर क्या है, उसकी एक लेयर बना देंगे हम, ठीक है। आफ्टर दैट we will slowly remove the dropper from the round bottom flask so as not to disturb the water. Then we will start heating the water using a very small flame under the pool of food color. Under the pool means कि जो हमने वो food color की layer create की है वहाँ से उसको हीट करना स्टार्ट करेंगे। Then after some time we will observe that there will be some streams of food dye starting to flow upwards from the pool or from the layer, means कि इस तरह से जो कलर है वो ऊपर की तरफ मूव करना स्टार्ट कर जाएगा, उसकी जो स्ट्रीम्स बनेंगी इस तरह से। द मूविंग डाई spreads out after moving some distance. Why it spreads? Because on heating the molecules in contact with the base of the round bottom flask will get heat up. वो heat up हो जाएंगे। जब वो heat up होगी, कोई भी मटेरियल जब heat up होता है तो क्या होता है कि वो expand करना स्टार्ट करेगा और उसकी जो डेंसिटी है वो कम हो जाएगी, मीन्स कि इट विल बिकम लाइट। और अगर ये लाइट हो जाएगा देन इट विल स्टार्ट मूविंग इन द अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन। वो क्या है, अपवर्ड मूव करेगा। द लेस डेंस मैटर विल मूव अपवर्ड्स एंड इट विल स्प्रेड्स आउट। बट सिमिलरली क्या होगा और साइमल्टेनियसली क्या होगा कि जो मॉलिक्यूल्स टॉप पे होंगे दे आर समवट हैवियर देन दी डाउनवर्ड मॉलिक्यूल्स बिकॉज दे आर कोल्ड, दे आर नॉट हॉटर। तो कोल्ड होने की वजह से वो क्या होंगी, दे आर हैवियर, सो द हैवियर मॉलिक्यूल्स विल कम नियर द बॉटम, they will start moving towards the bottom of the beaker which will displace the molecules and displace the molecules that are at the top, means कि जो bottom वाले molecules है वो ऊपर की तरफ start करेंगे move करना और जो ऊपर वाले molecules है वो नीचे की तरफ move करना start करेंगे। So in this way they will the four dye will spread out and the convection currents are set up in the water. Now we will see what are the convection currents. So here are the applications of convection currents. What are convection currents? I can take an example to explain this. So for example, when water is heated in a vessel or in a container, the water at the bottom gets heated up firstly. Here we have taken a container and inside it there is some water and from the bottom we are burning it with the help of a burner. So what happens that when water is heated in the vessel or in this container, the water at the bottom is heated firstly. So as the hot water is lighter, now the hot water will become lighter, means कि जो भी hot material है उसकी जो density है वो कम हो जाएगी and it will starting expanding. तो ये क्या होगा कि जो hot water है it will start rising up, वो ऊपर की तरफ move करेगा। Here we can draw a bigger diagram to understand this. This is the water inside the beaker or vessel or container and this is the heat that we are giving. So whenever water is heated, the lower water or the water at the bottom will get heated up, so it will become lighter and it will start moving in the upward direction. At the same time it rises up, but at the same time the colder and the heavier water from the top of the vessel will start going in the downward direction, means कि जो गर्म पानी वो ऊपर की तरफ जाएगा और जो ठंडा पानी वो नीचे की तरफ जाएगा. So this process will continues setting up the circulating streams of hot and cold water in the vessel, which are known as convection current. So this results in the heating up of the entire volume of water. और ये convection currents कब तक चलते रहेंगे? जब तक क्या है कि सारा पानी है जो अच्छे से गर्म नहीं हो जाता. आपने देखा होगा जब भी हम वाटर को हीट अप करते हैं तो जो ऊपर वाला पानी है वो तो गर्म होता है. द वाटर एट द अपर सरफेस विल अपीयर टू अस हॉट, बट जो नीचे वाला पानी होता है वो ठंडा होता है. क्यों ऐसे होता है? बिकॉज द hot water will start rising up, and the cold water will take its place and it will come downward and will take its place, and these convection currents will set up and this will circulate, means कि ये जो circulating कन्वेक्शन करंट्स है या सर्कुलेटिंग स्ट्रीम्स है पानी की, ये तब तक ऐसी चलती रहेंगी जब तक क्या है कि सारा पानी गर्म नहीं हो जाता। तो ये जो सर्कुलेटिंग स्ट्रीम्स है हॉट वाटर की और कोल्ड वाटर की, हॉट वाटर ऊपर जा रहा है, कोल्ड वाटर नीचे आ रहा है, फिर ऐसे हॉट वाटर फिर ऊपर जा रहा है, फिर नीचे आ रहा है, तो ये जो स्ट्रीम्स है सर्कुलेटिंग स्ट्रीम्स है हॉट वाटर और कोल्ड वाटर की, इनको हम बोलते हैं कन्वेक्शन करंट्स। सो दीज आर नोन एज द कन्वेक्शन करंट्स, द सर्कुलेटिंग स्ट्रीम्स ऑफ हॉट वाटर एंड कोल्ड वाटर। नाउ we will see the applications of convection currents. So first application is that people living in coastal areas means कि जो समुंदर के किनारे पर रहते हैं वहाँ, तो उनको they will experience sea breeze and land breeze as a result of convection currents. means कि जो ठंडी हवा आती है रात के टाइम या सुबह के टाइम, वो किसकी वजह से होती है? कन्वेक्शन करंट्स की वजह से। Now we will see how it happens. So during the day the land gets heated faster than the sea. दिन के टाइम क्या होता है कि जो लैंड है वो जल्दी गर्म होती है एज कम्पेयर टू द सी, सो दैट द एयर अबव द लैंड विल बिकम हॉट। अगर ये हॉट हो जाएगी इट विल बिकम लाइटर एंड इट विल स्टार्ट राइजिंग, वो क्या है ऊपर की तरफ मूव करना स्टार्ट करेगी। सो द कूलर एयर फ्रॉम द सी इज विल मूव टुवर्ड्स द लैंड टू टेक इट्स प्लेस। तो जो कूलर एयर होगी सी की तरफ से वो क्या है इसकी प्लेस लेना स्टार्ट करेगी एंड इट विल कम टुवर्ड्स द लैंड। सो एट द सेम टाइम द वार्म एयर फ्रॉम द लैंड मूव्स टुवर्ड्स द सी टू कंप्लीट द साइकिल। मीन्स कि पहले लैंड से एयर है वो ऊपर जाना स्टार्ट होगी, उसके बाद ये वाली एयर नीचे आना स्टार्ट होगी, तो इस तरह से ये कंप्लीट साइकिल बनेगा एंड दिस एयर फ्रॉम द सी इज कॉल्ड सी ब्रीज। तो ये जो एयर सी से लैंड में आ रही है इसको हम बोलेंगे सी ब्रीज। Simply I will explain again. The sun heats up the land during the day much faster than the water in the sea. Therefore, during the daytime, the air above the land gets warm and will rise up, and the cooler air or the cold air above the sea flows in to take its place. It will take its place, and this results in a sea breeze. This results in a sea breeze. So sorry, this is a sea breeze, and in the land breeze, this is the land breeze and this is sea breeze. So the land warmer air it will go, and after that sea breeze will come. So this creates sea breeze. And if we talk about the land breeze, at night the land cools down faster than the water in the sea. The land cools down faster than the water in the sea. Hence the air above the sea is hotter than the air above the land. The air above the sea is hotter than the air above the land. Therefore the hotter air above the sea rises and the cool air above the land rushes in to take its place, and this creates land breeze. So this is land breeze and this is sea breeze. I hope the topic is clear to you. So afterwards we will understand the other applications of convection currents. Thank you.